Welcome back to another week of Union Berlin Career Mode content. Another week that sees us delve into the January transfer window over the next couple of days. So I'm going to address that now so that you guys can give me the names and a heads up before we get to January. So I'm not waiting on feedback so I can continue my recording sessions. So we start with Bayern today. Obviously the scenario in the league table has changed as per the last episode where we picked up a draw and a defeat, unfortunately. So it has seen our 4-point lead at the top turn into a -1 point lead at the top, with Bayern Munich leading the way. We can, of course, go top again should we beat them in the first game today. But evidently, if we want to win the Bundesliga title this season, we are going to have to be practically perfect for the almost all of the season. If we are to have a slip-up, like a draw or a defeat, it can only be one game. It can't be in back-to-backs. We can't afford the bigger swings. So beat Bayern, and then we'll be in a position where we can afford the occasional individual slip up in the league, but we really need to be winning as many games as absolutely possible. So we'll try and do that today. Bayern to start, Marseille in the Europa League, followed by Hertha Berlin, the Hertha Berlin derby, and then Leipzig away before we move into the next episode for tomorrow. With regards to transfer window, I want to get that done and decided upon now. I have 150 million euro. I would like to improve on Sučić and Bailey. So, let me know a cam and a winger, please. The strong favourite for cam from the comment section previously was Kai Havertz of Arsenal, which I'm absolutely on board with. Leverkusen currently sit 12th, but Florian Wirtz would be all of my budget. If not, I still probably couldn't afford him at this moment in time, and then would leave me with no money for a winger. So we probably sign Havertz or someone similarly rated / valued at cam, and then insert winger to come into either of the wide positions, to be fair. With regards goal contributions and just in general, Baku has 9 contributions in 16 games, although only 6 in 11 in the league. Sučić has 8 contributions in 10 games in the league, so it does feel harsh to replace him, as it did the first time we moved him out the starting lineup. But if you can get someone that's 5 ratings higher, it's a case of why would I not? If the money's there and we could improve, then maybe we could get the same as we got with Enes Ünal. He's got 15 contributions in 11. Why can't we go for someone that could get 13 contributions in 10 rather than 8? 8 is obviously exceptional, and if it were Football Manager, I'd be delighted with him. But it's not FM, it's FC, and we know that things are different there. Bailey has 6 in 10 contribution-wise as well, but only the 1 goal. And if Enes Ünal's goals stop coming, then I need a winger to step in. And if Bailey has 1 goal in 10, that's not necessarily going to be the way forward, is it, for me in that scenario? So Bailey out of the starting lineup, first team winger, and then someone to come in and probably dovetail with Luka Sučić for the rest of the season in that cam role. Bayern are strong. We knew that anyway. Toni Kroos is back at FC Bayern Munich now. Yeremy Pino on the left. Musiala at cam behind Harry Kane. Serge Gnabry starts on the right-hand side. We'd previously been contemplating about buying Gnabry because he wasn't first team at Bayern. He's forced his way in there, and Kingsley Coman has dropped to the bench. So maybe we need someone other than Serge Gnabry for that cam role. Guerrero, Kim Min-jae, De Ligt and Mazraoui, a very strong defensive setup with Diogo Costa in goal form as well. Of course, as you can see, got Balde, pacey left back, Bernardo, Joao Felix, Kingsley Coman, Thomas Müller, Ibrahima Konate. It's quite the squad for Bayern Munich, isn't it? Today we're saying thank you to Julio, to Faz and to Harley for your continued support in the comment section. Please do keep those comments coming in. It helps me know that you guys are still continually invested in the save, helps the channel with the algorithm, and I need the feedback, most importantly, for moments like this with a transfer window. But we are actually not banging form right now. We just drew and lost in our last 2 league games, but we can get back banging form if we beat Bayern. So let's beat Bayern, shall we? Good. Drop the video, like, subscribe. Come and join me on the stream on Twitch or on YouTube, and let's go and win at the Sanderson Park Allianz Arena. Toni Kroos in the midfield is a weird one. He's obviously still going to be exceptional in possession, but his lack of movement and dynamism might be an undoing factor in their midfield. He's obviously dropped between the two centre-backs there. I don't know whether Toni Kroos is the right signing for Bayern or not. We could have a look and see what his stats look like. But if Musiala's going to drop and get involved in central areas as well, then that will obviously add a little bit more dynamism to their midfield that they've lost through Toni Kroos. We used Musiala in a deeper central midfield position ourselves at Chelsea in the last save we did on the channel. So we know that he can do that role and do it well too. Mazraoui down the right-hand side here for Bayern as they look to attack. We look to try and keep them out. Carlos Augusto has grown massively well, much more than we anticipated that he would do, up at 86 now. So dynamic potential has really kicked in for him. And continually, that is one of the best additions to the mode that EA have ever added. Dynamic potential just offers the opportunity for different flavour saves every single time you set up a new one. Because there will be different players that become key for you in every single one that you do. Felix and Mesh has been rock solid for us as well. Matthias Ginter actually has been so good at centre-back that the initial intention of signing a new centre-back has completely gone out the window now. At 84 rated, and with his match performances as high as they have been, I have no qualms whatsoever about keeping Matthias Ginter as my starting centre-back. If we do want to change that decision, then we could just throw Edson Alvarez in there, and he'll be like an 86 rated centre-back, and we can just throw Ali Al-Mazrati back in the starting lineup. We're in a very, very good position now where we've got the squad together, so much so that we're just genuinely adding those extra couple of diamond high-level players rather than just trying to overall improve the core quality of the team. The core quality of the team is now there. We just need to add those Rolls-Royce level players, those luxury players that can be the difference between finishing third and finishing first. And hopefully those players will come in with your help in this January transfer window, and we will finish first, not bloody third. Even if third would be the best finish we've had so far in this save in the league. Kroos. Kane. Danger. Trying to get a block on it. Position Sutic right in the middle there, or Leite, I'm not sure which is which. But Musiala fires the ball between the legs, I think, of the defender in front of him. And as such, past the keeper too. It is Leite. I thought I'd positioned him really well here, the number 13, right in front of Musiala, but we need to see the angle. Yeah, here you go. And I was Ginter, and I wasn't... Oh, it has gone through his legs! Oh! You can put the man in the right place, but if you don't get the block, you don't get the block. 1-0 Bayern. What was a 4-point lead at the top of the table for us, if they win this, becomes the same for them. Alvarez shrugs off Harry Kane there. Just leaves him in a heap on the floor. Can we turn that into something meaningful? Guerrero, you're nowhere near the ball there, pal. That's going to be a free kick for us in a really promising position. The last one we had in a similar position, I didn't quite put enough power on it, so I'm going to put a bit more on this. And that might be exactly what we need. Musiala's up. De Ligt is up. Turns out they've got some tall people back there. Sutic, Leite, quickly to Augusto. I see Bailey at the back post, but it's a case of, can I get it towards him? The answer is yes, and he can win the header, but he can't find the target. Oh, Guerrero's got the pace there to just burst past Ferland Mendy. Mendy should have the pace to try and catch him up. But he knew he was going to get caught, so played the pass. Yeremy Pino turning this way, then that. I didn't press anything with Ferland Mendy. He's just fallen over. That was weird. He automatically threw himself in front of that. Thankfully, they haven't ended up with a shot on target. Otherwise, you could well imagine the explosion that might have happened in this office after, after that. Ryan Fraser might be on the way to Bayern, to Borussia Dortmund. That was distracting enough for me to lose possession. Ryan Fraser? No wonder Dortmund aren't performing very well. Ryan bloody Fraser. Christ. What are you doing, Borussia? Going back to Jadon Sancho in real life is one thing, but Ryan Fraser is quite another. No offence, Ryan. Bernardo Silva, apparently the defensive mastermind on this occasion. When it comes to dribbling, there aren't many better in European football. When it comes to shooting, there aren't many better than Harry Kane either, but we're going to get away here. Mazraoui is quick. But Baku is no slouch. Use him. I mean, that is embarrassing, Riddler. And Mesha is definitively one side of Musiala there. And you have kicked that straight at Jamal. Oh, Kim Min-jae with a brilliant interception. I think Bayern are going to just have too much for us here on the day. Meaning that if we are to win the title this season, then we're going to have to outdo them for the rest of the year. We were able to outdo them for the first 10 games. This will probably take us to, what, match day 12. So we'll have to outdo them for the next 20 games. And then we might be in with a chance of a league title this season. Unless, of course, I can find a late equaliser here. And Enes Ünal will look to drive around the outside of Kim Min-jae. And drive around the outside is exactly what he's done. And he's in the box here, Enes Ünal. Oh, and he's side-footed it. Enes! Mate, that is Bull idea levels. Ah, Diogo Costa's very good. He's very good. 2 saves from the Portuguese at the end of the game will ensure that Bayern get their single 0-0 victory. But I am disappointed, to say the least. That's a foul. Disappointed, to say the least, in Enes Ünal there for not putting that ball away in the first occasion. I swear I put enough power in that for him to lace it into the corner. And he's tamely side-footed it straight at the keeper. Yes, Hoffman just got sent off. That was out of pure frustration. So Jonas will be missing for the next game against Hertha Berlin. But hopefully we won't need him to get a result. That will be 1-0 Bayern here. At least it's not a big swinging goal difference. But I would have liked to have avoided defeat there. We are 5 points clear of second-placed Marseille in the Europa League group stage. So this should be a pretty straightforward breeze into a top spot and a round of 16 place in the competition, meaning we'll avoid the preliminary round that we got knocked out in semi-final last season, wasn't it? It was the preliminary round in the My Player at Salzburg that we got knocked out in. So we will rotate considerably for this game for obvious reasons, but fingers crossed we can still get the result that we want. I hesitate to say need, because we don't need a result, but certainly it would be nice to get through with top spot. And we've been comfortably able to rely on Olabash in a number of scenarios so far this season, so we will do so again. He's got 3-3 in the Europa League. Can he make it 4-4? Maserati through that gap nicely to Bailey. Need some runners now, please. Here comes Weiser on the right. Bailey's going to go central to Al Maserati. Then we go to Weiser on the right. Olabash is there, and is it him again? It is not. One chance each that probably I will have shown you so far. Both at this end. The header off the post, and now Olabash's effort that really he should have done a slightly better with, if we're honest. And Mesha will deliver the corner, and it's flicked on and away by the defence. So with 20 minutes to go, it's still 0-0 here, and the snore draw keeps on... oh, hang on. The snore draw is no longer a snore draw. FC Union Berlin 1, Marseille 0. That'll be us with, I believe, 5 straight wins in 5 straight Europa League games if it stays as is. Oh, Felix. The movement and dribbling there was sensational. His options in the middle there in Hoffman. And here's Holabash. Benedict Holabash is a baller. It's just a fact. I'm sure he meant that, but it worked. Martial again. This might actually end up having a rather comfortable looking scoreline to it if we grab a third, which we might do now and very nearly did. It's not really been a 2 or 3-0 game, if we're honest. Marseille bossed the first hour or so, but unfortunately for them, as has been the case with the whole group stage, they haven't quite been able to match our quality. And as such, they are going to go through, I think, in second place in the group stage. But we have waltzed this league in the group stage. Absolutely walked over everyone. Hajduk Split beat Basel 4-0 in Switzerland. That is highly unlikely. Highly unexpected. And actually, with that, put themselves in a position where maybe, if Hajduk can get a positive result against Marseille in the final group stage game, they might finish third and go into the Europa Conference League knockouts rather than Basel getting knocked out entirely. We have FC Basel to come in tomorrow's episode, but up next for us now is the Berlin Derby. Not quite as brutal as the Tyne Weir Derby that we just had in real life over the weekend, but certainly there's going to be something about this game, isn't there? So to the derby, 15th place in the league for Hertha Berlin, so not having a great time of things of late. No wins in the last 5. Rooney Badji on the right-hand side with a playstyle plus. Actually, no, it's not playstyle plus, is it? He's one of their key players offensively. Wu is one of their key defensive players. Outside of that, John Joe Kenny at right back. Figueroa a regen at centre back. We'll see how good he is. And Ziggy, their captain, in goal. These are the games. If you want to win a league, certainly, let alone challenge for the top 4, that have got to be dubs. Sucic steps in nicely. Enezu now around the outside here. Going to look to use the left back first. Then maybe go into Ridler Baku. And through there. Lovely ball. Felix and Mesha. Surely. Mr. and Mesha. How are you not hitting the target there, pal? It was an exceptional move that should have ended in a goal. I've got a hole in my jacket. Clemens and Reese away from me. Want it back. Lay that in front of Ridler Baku. Feels like Hertha have got players everywhere. I don't feel like I've ever got any time and space on the ball, nor have I got any gaps to play an obvious pass through. Every man that is in possession for me feels like he has 3 men around him, and then when I look to try and pass to someone else, they've got 3 men around them too. This has been a really difficult opening first half here. That is not a great pass. I might have screwed myself there, trying to squeeze it through a gap that didn't exist. Diego Leite trying very hard to win that back. Ginter does do exactly that, and now we'll try and counter again through Leon Bailey. Enezu now looking into that channel. We need the support here. Bailey's there again. Mendy will find Alvarez here. And Mesh is in the middle. Roll the man. Look for some space. Find Enezu now. Yep. Can't do anything against Hertha Berlin at the moment. They might be 15th in the table and have no wins in their last 5, but I'm seeing why they've got so many draws in their last few games, because they are hard to beat, weirdly. It's going to bobble free to Kambiagi, and he's going to strike. Kanaseki saves and will hopefully catch that as well. Does so. Gets up quickly. We'll bowl it out. Bring that down, please, Leon. Good lad. Got the support. And then Izunal down the line. Ferland-Mendy. Leon Bailey now in this gap here. Leon Bailey's going to run out of pace. But in here is Ridler Baku, who's been a great source of goals for us this season, but won't get one here. And Izunal's been an even better source of goals for us, but won't get one here. Finally able to get at least half a yard in the box against Hertha Berlin here, but even half a yard isn't enough. I'm going to need 2 yards plus, I think, if I'm to score a goal here, and they will not afford me any space whatsoever. Barty's gotten away from me. Leite's in the way. It will be a corner for Hertha. The away side are turning up today. Just what I didn't need to happen. I really needed this to be a straightforward fixture so we could regather ourselves before the game against Leipzig in a week's time, away from home. Kambiagi with a turn. Rooney tackled, and we'll try and break here if we can, but Baku will get that around the corner. And Sucic waiting for the runners. There we go. Now Ridler Baku. Now Ridler Baku. Still Ridler Baku. Still Ridler Baku. Ridler Baku is the difference in this one. Wonderful solo run. And finally the breakthrough arrives. It took something special to break this Berlin side apart, but we've cracked them open. Baku quickly to Carlos Augusto. And down the line there to Enizunal again. See the players closing me down. Baku and Bailey. Should have buried it. Should have buried it, Leon Bailey. And that's why we're looking for a new winger. He's just not clinical enough in the big moments. Reese looking to get in behind. He's just running a a straight up, straight line. Felamendi intercepts once very well. Fails the second time. Now I'm nervous. Comfortable for Karnaseki in the end. Not long left in this game. And 1-0 is not a safe scoreline, as you can quite clearly see. I either need to properly firm up and just not lose possession, or we need to find a second goal. I think neither are going to be the obvious, straightforward option, to be completely honest. Hertha Berlin have been particularly good in this game. They can count themselves unlucky to be behind in this fixture, and overall, if they've been playing like this all season, they could probably find themselves unlucky, or count themselves unlucky to be where they are in the league as well. If they've been this good all season long, then they will be fine come the end of the Bundesliga year. Ugh, get up, Alvarez. There's 4 minutes to go here. If we don't get victory today, it will be 4 straight games without a win in the league, which we cannot afford to do. If we want to challenge for this title, we need to keep pace with Bayern. We need to get rid of this. And we have, thankfully. Oh, right, I'm just going to run for the corner. Run for the hills, Anthony. Don't even worry about maybe scoring a goal. Although, I am in behind here. No, I'm just going to try and waste time. And waste time we have. And win the game we shall. We might actually be able to get a second goal here. Enes Ünal in, onside, shot saved by Ziggy. And that'll be the win. My, oh my, did we have to work for that. But if we can build on that solid defensive showing and be a bit more clinical at the other end, then Leipzig are there for the taking, albeit away from home. Bayern drew on match day 13. The gap closes again. This is what I mean. If we can maintain a decent run of form, then we can rely on other teams to drop points. But we've had our spell of dropping points. 3 games in a row without a win. Then we back that up and turn it round again with a 1-0 win against Hertha Berlin. Now we need to do the same against Leipzig. I really need to win this as well, because there's no point drawing this one with Bayern then winning on match day 14 and getting their 4-point lead back again. So we need to go and beat Leipzig at the Red Bull Arena, which is going to be one of the most difficult things we've had to do of late. Heung-min Son and Lois Openda up top for them. Yikes. Jesus Ferreira and Dani Olmo in the midfield with Javier Schlager and Seiwald in there as well. Luca Hernandez, new signing. Estupiñán at left back. Still got Hakimi, Bonsman Pavard, there as well. And Gulashi in goal for them on this occasion. Tapsoba is an option, certainly. He's been phenomenal against us when he's played. I'm actually quite glad to see him not in the starting lineup. And Nico Williams Jr. will be very good. Mukoko will offer an option off the bench, certainly as well. Our former player, Juranovic, on the bench for them too. We hope not to see him in the fray. We are at full fitness for this next one, and hopefully, with a good press conference, we'll be at full morale as well. But if we lose this, we not only will be significantly behind Bayern, we'll also not be second anymore. Leipzig go above us if they win, so we cannot afford for that to happen. Leipzig are going to press, aren't they? This is going to be like the Berlin game, except they're better in every area, offensively and defensively. Susic to Leon Bailey. Nice sharp turn, though. There's the ball to Ferland-Mendy. We're in. Enes Ünal's back here. Ünal! Good save by Gulashi. That was destined for the bottom corner. And Mesha just wouldn't lock onto it there for some reason. I was going to try and turn. He ended up just running away from the ball. First chance comes. First chance goes. But it is in a positive aspect for us. That was not meant for Enes Ünal. That is for Mesha, though. Baku's with me. Brilliant goal from Baku in the last game. Lovely ball by Baku into Mesha there. We'll whip the ball in, and Ferland-Mendy's arriving. Sutic could win this. I don't quite know what happened there. Can we win this with Ridler Baku? Yeah, we can. Leon Bailey just ran out of room. It's Ferreira. Oh, I thought I'd done him with Alvarez there. Just stood still. Stuck a toe in, but didn't come away with the ball. Seiwald and Mesha refrained from actually sticking a toe into that, and Openda's in a good position. Estupiñán, Openda, Seiwald. That's not a great attempted tackle. That is a very good block, however. Lois Openda. Ginter's at it again. That's why we were so unlucky against Bayern with Musiala's goal, because Ginter is an absolute rock at the back, and he's been in the way of everything Leipzig have done so far today, and he's continuing to be that rock. Wow. Why have we never signed Matthias Ginter before? He's insane. So Augusto forcing him backwards really well. Oh, he's just done me. What a turn. Don't give a foul. They scream for a pen. They will not get one. And Riddler Baku's away again. Enes, make me a run I can use, please, pal. Oh, I was waiting for that to nestle in the corner, and so was Enes. He's not scored at all today. And I really need him to start firing again. That'd have been a hell of a goal if he chests that down and then volleys it in the top corner, wouldn't it? Well in, Carlos Augusto. Don't blow your whistle, ref. Good lad. Carlos Augusto's away here. He is on his own, though. Support is arriving. Enes Unal. Just as I played the pass, that's when the defender got his toe in. And now they've got the pace of Lois Openda on the counter-attack. We will be in trouble. Give me that back. Diogo Leite, rock solid. There comes the press after possession loss from Leipzig, but we've managed to ride it. If I can play this one ball at a time, Bailey could send Ferland-Mendy in behind. He's not the go-to goal scorer, but Ferland-Mendy could be the man we need when we need him, but he's not. Gulassi is the man they need when they need him. Top stop for the second time. Gulassi has denied us a goal on 2 occasions now. Make that 3. And Azunal's header goes wide for another corner. Delivered again. Matthias Ginter's up, and Gulassi at it again, diving backwards to keep that out. What have we got to do to beat the Hungarian in goal? And Azunal's up. Off the bar this time. It won't go in. Close me down, Estupinian. Oh, hello, Enes Unal. I was going to try and play that to Leon Bailey, actually, but here's Luka Sutic. And then Felix and Mesha. And a Mesha from the edge. Held by the keeper. How good does Gulassi want to be? How poor do they want to be with that? Enes Unal can't quite get played in by Riddler Baku. The chances keep coming, and their goalkeeper just won't concede. Here's Seivald. That's loose. Ha! So was the tackle. Ferreira. That'll be a yellow card for man that committed that foul. Jesus Christ, he hit that hard. That was so well struck. Ginter has the option there of Alvarez, who will then use Leon Bailey. Could go for a 1-2 here, maybe. No, it's not quite going to work. And Mesha, Baku will go central because they were our runners. And here they are, one of which is Leon Bailey. Oh, the turn's so heavy. Oh, the turn is so heavy. If he has a sharper movement there, we square that, and surely it's a pretty straightforward chance. I cannot score against Leipzig. Well in, Luka Sutic. Oh, please. Please tell me you're onside, Enes. Please, Enes Unal. He's back! And we're in business! Enes Unal scores his first goal of the day with only 20 minutes in game of it left. But it could be a very important one. I turn. Ashraf Hakimi. And Zavashlager. Leite with the big interception. And Baku rides the challenge. That'll be back-to-back 1-0 wins. And they are so very important as well. After losing to Bayern, we absolutely had to win our next 2 games. And we have done. Only just, but we have done. A big solo goal from Riddler Baku. A big individual moment from Enes Unal. And it's 6 points from the 3 league games today. And a win in the Europa League 2. And Bayern lost at home to Werder Bremen. We are top again. That's huge. That's why we need to win every other game that isn't against Bayern, so we can afford to lose against Bayern when we play them. Because it's very, very rare that you're actually able to get the better of them. We've got the first game tomorrow against Basel, but that'll be fine. And we are top again. 4 points to Dortmund now, as they're on a bit of a resurgence. 5 points to Leipzig now. But what an important win against Leipzig to send us top again. Werder Bremen are 17th. It's only their second win in 14, and they've done it at the Allianz Arena. Why couldn't I Doesn't matter, we're back top of the table, back where we feel like we belong, and very soon we'll be improving in the January transfer window as well. This title fight is very much alive. Drop the video a like, let me know those suggestions in the comments section, and I'll see you tomorrow.